The best was in Rochester when they were making out in the balcony. Until I got to Via Hafta and I started talking about expressions of love. It was awesome. Okay, we're live.
Is your computer making that noise?
It's a fan.
She's working hard. She's working real hard. What?
מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר
Oh no. She's working real hard. What?
מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר
Working real hard.
מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר
Working real hard.
מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר
Working real hard.
איזה חמודים אתם. אז ילדים, בואו נעשה שמח. מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה בואו נעשה שמח. מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר מרבים איזה חמודים אתם. אז ילדים, בואו נעשה שמח. מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה 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 היי מי שנכנס אדר מי שנכנס אדר מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה ושמחה מי שנכנס אדר מי שנכנס אדר מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה מי שנכנס אדר מרבים בשמחה אשר ישלטו היהודים המה בשונאיהם אשר ישלטו היהודים המה בשונאיהם חג פורים חג גדול ליהודים מסכות רשנים שיר וריקודים חג פורים חג גדול ליהודים מסכות רשנים שיר וריקודים אבנרישה ברשנים אבנרישה ברשנים ברשנים ויהי בימי אחשוורוש המולך מהודו ועד כוש המולך מהודו ועד כוש 27 מומי המדינה 27 מומי המדינה המולך מהודו ועד כוש המולך מהודו ועד כוש 27 מומי המדינה 27 מומי המדינה חייבים איש לביסומי חייבים איש לביסומי לא ידע על עץ גבוה על עץ
ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך בלבש מלכות ועטרתיו ומרדכי יצא מלפני המלך והעיר שושן צהלה ושמחה
ליהודים הייתה אורה וששון ויקר ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר שושנת יעקב צהלה ושמחה לראותם יחד תכלת מרדכי שושנת יעקב צהלה ושמחה לראותם יחד תכלת מרדכי תשועתם הייתה לנצח ותקוותם בכל דור ודור ברוך מרדכי היהודי ברוך מרדכי היהודי ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר כן תהיה לנו 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 אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר
ליהודים מהי תורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים מהי תורה ושמחה וששון ויקר
ליהודים היי טהורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים היי טהורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים הייתה אורה אורה ושמחה ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה ליהודים הייתה אורה ושמחה וששון ויקר
Shabbat Shalom and Chag Purim Sameach. Wonderful, wonderful to be together on this Shabbat and Purim evening. Our service this evening will be we'll do a Shabbat service, and we'll also include a creative way of reading the Megillah so that we can hear the Megillah on Purim, and then throughout the weekend we'll have a number of opportunities to join together for Purim festivities. We'll talk about them in our announcements as we go. And for now, let's begin as we turn to page 10 together. Hine Matov, how beautiful, how wonderful it is to be together, and to be together with all of our Temple Anshe Chesed friends and family, and also all of our friends who are joining us from perhaps all over via our wonderful YouTube abilities.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
And how beautiful this day is, this day of celebrating the wonders and the miracles of Purim. Ma yafeh hayom, how beautiful the day of Shabbat is for all of us.
מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. מה יפה היום, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. שבת, שבת שלום. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma yafeh hayom, Shabbat Shalom.
As we turn together to page 20 and welcome Shabbat, as we welcome our Shabbat bride with the Chadodi.
Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmianu el ha'amiuchad, Adonai echad, Shemo echad, L'Shem al tiferet v'lichila. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shabbat lechufenelcha, Tihi makor habracha, Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Va'orech kumi uri 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 shidaveri, kavod Adonai laich nigla. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom Ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha ufsohola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, likat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela.
We turn together to page 24 for Shalom Aleichem, and there I want to encourage all of you to send a Shabbat greeting, to say Shabbat Shalom to somebody perhaps you haven't had the opportunity to welcome or say Shabbat Shalom to in a while. Perhaps send a greeting, perhaps after Shabbat services, pick up a phone, say hello, send your own Shalom Aleichem and your own Purim greeting. So Purim is a time where we send mishlach manot, or gifts, to those that we care about, our friends, our family. And so a great way to do that is just a phone call to say hello. So we join in Shalom Aleichem, page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Teitzchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
On the following page, we join in Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal ve'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'alma dirach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei.
Bechayechon uvyomechon uvchayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman ka'ariv.
Ve'imeru Amen.
Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach, le'alam olam me'omaya, Yitbarach.
Yitbarach ve'yishtabach, v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, Shmei Dekudesha
Barichu.
le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata,
Tushbechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma.
ve'imeru
Amen. On the following page, we join in Baruchu, our way that we say to each other and we say to God that we're ready to pray.
Barechu et Adonai, Hamevorach, Hamevorach, Baruch Adonai, Hamevorach, Le'olam, Le'olam Va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due. Now and forever. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma poteach sha'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, u'machalif et hazmanim, u'misader et hakochavim, v'mishmerotehem barakia kertzono. Borei yom v'layla golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, u'ma'avir yom, u'mevi layla, u'mavdil ben yom u'vein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El Chai v'Kayam, Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Leolam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Everlasting love, you have offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws, and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu, v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed, ki hem chayenu, ve'orech yameinu, uvahem negei yomam v'layla, negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavta al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael, ohev amo Yisrael.
Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form, as we join together in the Shema, page 34.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod with all thy might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be upon thy heart, shall be upon thy heart. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורות תהילות עושה פלא, נורות תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני
Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment. The events of Purim lasted a moment that endures forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, and rebuild a weakened will. Adonai sifatai tiftach, ufi agit tehilatecha. Adonai, open our lips, that our mouths may declare your praise.
A thought has blown the marketplace away. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering a song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Agite Ilatecha. Adonai Svatai, Svatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagite Hilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'Mevi Gila Livnei Bneihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בגבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדשים בכל יום יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Page 53. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns, unconsumed. And we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we didn't know it. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Adonai our God, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha lecha na'eh lehodot. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki utahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Tahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael. tasim leolam, tasim leolam.
We take a few moments and leave our prayer book and the texts of our traditions aside and look inward to the prayers in our hearts and in our minds. And as we finish our tefillah, as we finish those personal prayers, Yael will lead us in a song that's not in the prayer book actually, but is part of the Megillah, part of the story of Esther, that speaks to us in this one line, which is also included as part of Havdalah, which says, the Jews of old, they had this incredible gift that they were given. They were given light and happiness and joy and love. And may we too be blessed with all of those beautiful things. And so as we take a few moments, we think of the things that in our lives that we are so deeply thankful for. We think of the things that we hope for, we wish for, we pray for. Some moments of silent prayer.
Tahora, Hai Tahora, Vesimcha, Vesazon, Vikar. La Yehudim, Hai Tahora, Hai Tahora, Vesimcha, Vesazon, Ken Tielanu, 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 Ken Tielanu, Tielanu, Tielanu. La Yehudim, Hai Tahora, Hai Tahora, Vesimcha, Vesazon, Vikar. La Yehudim, Hai Tahora, Hai Tahora, Vesimcha, Vesazon, Vikar.
We turn together to page 253. We think of all those in our friends, our family, our community who are in need of blessings of healing. We think especially of all those who are afflicted with the COVID-19 virus and their struggle against this terrible illness. And we think of our dedicated medical professionals who valiantly care for us. And whether it is a healing of mind and body, or soul or heart, we pray that God grant us the beautiful gifts of healing, of complete healing. And we mention Greg Bennett, Michael Byron, Andrea Kempner Blake, Richard Sharon, Ruth Bostoff Coleman, Sandra French, Carol Goldbow, Judith Goldman, Scott Gordon, Joan Harf, Patricia Heibel, Michelle Wolf, Zachary Jackson, Fred Kern, Carol Love, Dane Marcinkowski, Stephanie, Luke, Trey, Abigail, and Charles Nobles, Cheryl Perry, Debbie Perry, Eric Perry, Bob Bush, Josh Whitmershouse, Emma Lou Phillips, Peg Pulowski, Fran Porras, David Renberg, Will Rosenthal, Carl Sion, Martha Snyder, Steve Toddleben, Timothy Tillman, Lorraine Wellington, Gary Williamson, and Rebecca Gottlieb. If you have other names that you would like to add, please add them into our chat box as we join together in our prayer for healing, page 253.
Misheberach Avoteinu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Well, Shabbat Shalom and Chag Purim Sameach. It is so great to be together. I thought this evening, because it is Purim, we should take a look at the story of Purim, and so here we go. I'm going to share with you I'm going to share a screen with you, and we should take a look at the story of Purim, and so here we go. I'm going to share with you okay. So here's how it's going to work. What I need you all to do we should in the take a look box. You are going story of enter the forum, and so answers. Here we go. I'm going to share with questions. So here's how it's going to work. What I need the forum story, which is going to we're going to have these blanks, and you all have to fill in the question story of. If you know the story, if you answers, I'm going to name with question whatever the blank is. Here's how it's going to work. What I need the forum story, which is going to we're going to have these blanks, and you all have to fill in the question story ready. If you know the story. Answers, somebody, whatever the blank is. I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work. But I bet it was a perform story, big, important, royal kind of guy. And you have a party by story ready. If you know the story, answers, somebody, whatever the blank is. I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work. But I bet it was a perform story, big, important, royal kind of guy. And you have a party by story ready. If you know the story, answers, somebody, whatever the blank, I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work. But I bet it was a perform story, big, important, royal kind of guy. And you have a party by story ready. If you know the story, answers, somebody, whatever blank, I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work.
But I bet it was a big, important royal kind of guy.
And you have a party started by the story already. You know the story. Somebody, whatever blank, I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work.
But I bet it was a big, important royal kind of guy.
And you have a party started by the story already. You know the story. Somebody, whatever blank, I don't know who it might have been. Here's how it's going to work.
But I bet it was a big, important royal kind of guy.
And you have a party started by the.
There you go.
Okay. So, lots of echoes. I think that should take care of the echo. I hope. Okay. Should be good.
It's fixed.
Hmm.
Brad says.
Fixed now? Okay. All right. So here we go. Let's do it this way. Okay, good. We always, I thought it was Haman trying to come at us. Maybe that was it. Who knows? Okay, so we are. Let's see. Let's do it this way because it's not going to work the other way. Okay. So we are going to start from here. So here we go. Who is it that gave a party? Well, it was that famous king, that we all love to hate on Purim. His name was Yael?
King Achashverosh.
King Achashverosh. And he invited all the important people in Persia. And what we're going to do is we're going to listen to the first part of the Megillah chanted.
ויהי בימי אחשוורוש, הוא אחשוורוש, המולך מהודו ועד כוש 27 מדינה בימים ההם, כשבט המלך אחשוורוש, על כיסא מלכותו אשר בשושן הבירה בשנת...
Okay. And so you can see that the Megillah is written in the same way that a Torah is written, without vowels, without punctuation, and is written on parchment, but is a single scroll versus a double scroll. At the party, he, meaning Achashverosh, ordered his queen, and what was the queen's name?
Vashti.
Vashti, to appear before his guests. And there is a lot of speculation as to what exactly the king wanted Vashti to do, but we're going to leave that alone. When she refused, because she was not going to dance and whatever for his friends, she refused, the king banished her from the kingdom. Well, then they had to do something, and they decided to hold a beauty contest. And well, who would hold such a beauty contest?
Well, King Achashverosh.
King Achashverosh, right. The winner of this beauty contest would become the new queen. And guess who was selected?
Esther.
Esther. Esther became the new queen, except somebody didn't know that Esther was Jewish. Who might not have known that she was Jewish?
King Achashverosh.
King Achashverosh and all the other people who were at the court didn't know. So this guy, who happened to be somebody important's uncle, and is there an uncle in the Megillah story?
There is, yeah.
There is. Whose uncle?
Esther's uncle, of course.
Esther's uncle. And his name was?
Mordechai.
Mordechai. So Mordechai, Esther's uncle, sat by the gate of the king's palace. And once he overheard two guards Any idea what the names of 2 guards are? Teresh and Bitham.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Who were plotting to kill the king. And when Mordecai reported them, they were punished. The king's prime minister, his name was
Haman.
Haman.
Boo!
And that is exactly the response we're supposed to do. We boo the name of Haman. So everybody write a boo in your chat box. He demanded that everyone bow down to him as a sign of respect, except one guy especially refused. Who would that have been?
Mordecai.
Mordecai refused because he said, Jewish people, we only bow down to God. Well, guess who was angry at this?
Haman.
Haman. Boo! Was angry at Mordecai. And angry at all of the Jewish people for being different. He asked the king for his signet ring, which gave him the authority to punish the Jews. Well, somebody picked lots. Who would that have been?
Of course, Haman.
Boo! Picked lots and decided that on the 13th day of the month of Adar, he would kill all of the Jews. Now, when a certain queen, whose name was
Esther.
learned of
Haman.
Boo. plot, she told,
King Achashverosh.
well,
She
yes.
told Mordecai first.
Yes, she told Mordecai, and even though the king had not asked to see her for a while, Esther got dressed in her very, very best and went to invite the king to a small party for herself, the king, and
Haman.
Haman. Now, while they were waiting for the party to happen, one night the king could not sleep. And when his servant read to him from the book of records, he realized that the king had never rewarded Mordecai for revealing this plot to kill him. Now, somebody was passing by, and the king asked him, what should the king do for a man the king has chosen to honor? And, well, of course, who would want to be honored the most?
Haman.
Haman.
Boo.
Ooh. And Haman thought that the king was talking about him. Now, who had some ideas about how to honor?
Haman.
Haman had some ideas. And Haman's ideas were used, but they were used to honor who?
Mordecai.
Mordecai. And who was it that had to lead Mordecai, who got all dressed up in the king's crown and clothes and the king's horse and throughout the kingdom?
Haman did.
Haman did. Now, at whose party?
Esther's.
Esther's party. She revealed to
King Achashverosh.
that she was in fact a Jew and that
Haman
wanted to destroy the Jewish people. Well, guess what happened to
Haman.
Haman? He was sentenced to die on the very same scaffold that he had prepared for all of
The
the
Jews.
Jews.
כי גדול מרדכי בבית המלך ושומו הולך בכל המדינות כי האיש מרדכי הולך וגדול ויכו היהודים בכל אויביהם מכת חרב והרג ועבדם ויעשו ושונאיהם כרצונם ובשושן אבירה הרגו היהודים ועבד 500 איש ואת פרשנדדה ואת אלפון ואת אספדה ואת בורדה ואת עדליה ואת ארידתה ואת ממשתה ואת אריסאי ואת ארידאי ואת ויזד 10 בני המן בן עמדתה צורר היהודים הרגו ובביזה לא שלחו את ידם ביום ההוא במספר הרוגים בשושן הבירה.
And as you noticed in that reading, it got very, very fast when he read all of the names, because it's our tradition is that when we read the names of the 10 sons of Haman who were hung along with Haman, we say it very, very quickly, because although it needed to happen, we don't relish the death of anybody. And so we say it as quickly as we possibly can. The tradition is to say it with one breath, so that you can honor them as best as possible. So on the 14th of Adar, the Jews were saved from destruction. It was a joyous day for the Jewish people, a day we celebrate, called the holiday of Purim. And the very concluding part of the Megillah.
וישם המלך אחשוורוש מס על הארץ ויהיה הים וכל מעשה תוקפו וגבורתו ופרשת גדולת מרדכי אשר גידלו המלך, הלא הם כתובים על ספר דברי הימים למלכי מדי ופרס. כי מרדכי היהודי משנה למלך אחשוורוש וגדול ליהודים ורצוי לרוב אחיו, דורש טוב לעמו ודובר שלום לכל זרעו.
Now, our Purim celebration will continue as we remember these moments of trial, these moments where we had to fight for who we are. We had to take off our masks. And in fact, today, in this particular year, we not only honor that idea, but we honor the idea of standing up for what's right by putting on our masks and making sure that everybody stays safe. So we're going to continue with the Aleinu, page 282.
It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption is what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before, but stories will be told of us when we are here no more. We commit ourselves to action, it brings meaning to our days. Aleinu leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision, we are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply, there's a broken world to raise. Aleinu leshabeach, it's time to live our praise. Aleinu leshabeach, it's time to live our praise.
Our thoughts turn now to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. We are in the period of Shloshim for David Kerr, the nephew of Sindra Vallone and Edie Joseph, and we extend condolences to you and your families. And we are in the period of Shloshim for Irving Kullback, the father of Janice and Bruce Whitmer's house, and Myrna Urkov, the grandmother of Jesse Thorpe, and Emily Bostwick, the daughter of Craig Reynolds. And on this Shabbat, we observe the following yahrzeits: Sigmund Fuchenwanger, Anna Hirschfeld Epstein, Flora Burstein Shapiro, Alexander Morris, Francis H. Keim, Anna Bash, Samuel Krieger, Mina Meyer Levy, Marion R. Levy, Hans Horwitz, Celia Slater, Amelia Levi, Elias Hassel, Saul Hirsch, Ella Sosbacher, Lee Samuel Good, Sarah Nast, Sarah Kember, Julius Harf, Meyer Rothstein, Irving Todman, Anna Poser, and Alan Wolf. If you have names that you would like to add, please add them into our chat box as we turn to the words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divrach churutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru, amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'elam u'lameh armaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. We have a couple of announcements. First of all, I hope that you will join us after our services for our Shabbat Oneg. I posted the link into the chat box, so please join us and an opportunity to say hello. Services this Shabbat are in memory of Marion R. Levy, and the donations that were made to our flower fund were used to offset costs for our virtual communications. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as our sort of our new model of having our monthly Shabbat morning service at 10 a.m. followed by our Torah study at 11 a.m. This week we will study Megillat Esther, the book of Esther. On Sunday we have our Purim party and Megillah reading with our guests, Judy and David Gershon, at 9:45, and so we hope that you'll all join us for that. It's not just for Gesher, it's really a fun opportunity. Lots of singing, lots of fun stories, lots to laugh at. It'll be a great time. Tuesday, we have our Tuesday Talk Amongst Ourselves programs. Our Where Do We Go From Here? Jewish Perspectives on Death and the Afterlife. And I think that is all of our announcements. So we're wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom, and Yael, we're going to close with a song that is perfect for today, Chag Purim.
Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zimra V'Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barashanim, Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim.
Wait. Could you go a little faster?
Sure.
Okay.
Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zimra V'Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barashanim, Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol LaYehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Zimra V'Rikudim, Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Havana Risha, Rash, 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 Barashanim.
Shabbat Shalom, Chag Purim Sameach. Join us for our Oneg. Take care, be safe. Shabbat Shalom.